like a, science fiction, a car that does not just drive you places, but powers the place you live. But it's actually true, okay? Tech expert Jennifer Jolly shows us how your car might just help you save and the grid sooner than you think. Hey, Jennifer Jolly, tell us what you have, because I know it's going to be good.
Oh, it is so good. It sounds like science fiction, but when the power went out during our first big windstorm of the year here in the Pacific Northwest last week, this GMC Sierra EV-AT4 kept everything up and running. It was like, ta-da! Lights, Wi-Fi, fridge, even medical devices, all being powered from the battery inside this vehicle. Since 1 in every 4 homes now loses power every year, with outages expected to be some 3 times worse by 2030, GM and several other automakers are now doubling down on this massive shift toward this kind of vehicle to home and vehicle to grid push.
I love that. So how about people, actually needing to use this? How many people will use it?
You know, you'll be surprised at how many people actually need to use this. The key behind all of it is the GM Energy Home System. This kind of looks like a sleek series of cool cabinets, but it's more like a personal ATM for power. That's the way I like to think of it. You can deposit energy from the grid when it's inexpensive or from solar panels during the day. You can withdraw that power at night during peak prices or when the grid goes down. And when your EV plugs in with that vehicle to home bidirectional capability, it's kind of like you have this second supersized ATM account of sorts that can keep all of the essentials up and running, not just for a few hours, but days, several days, depending on how you use it. And then you ask, how many people actually need this? Well, so many more than you might think, because it can have a massive ripple effect for a struggling grid, too. So much so that your local utility company will probably pay you to use your EV in smarter ways now and give you all kinds of extra perks. So you'll want to check with your power company. You might be surprised at all the incentives they're rolling out. For example, up north in Connecticut, upfront rebate of up to $16,000 plus more than $2,100 a year basically pays for the whole energy system. Across the country in California, upfront rebates of up to $4,500. Programs like this popping up all over the place, and I know GM Energy is teaming up with utilities all across the country to make sure that drivers get those savings. But another question people ask me all the time, do you need this exact vehicle? Well, most GM EVs already have bidirectional capability today. So no, you don't need this exact one. We're seeing a lot of people investing in these kinds of smart home energy systems as well, because it's kind of like future-proofing the biggest personal gadgets in your life, giving you some security, added peace of mind, and it's just super cool. So instead of depending on an aging grid, you have control. Instead of wasting energy, you're using it smarter, and instead of waiting for the future, you're basically living it right now. You can read more about my whole experiment and experience with this at techish.com, or go straight to the source at gmenergy.gm.com for more. Back to you.
We are really living in the future. Can you believe how far we've come? Oh my goodness, from a mom's station wagon to this amazing truck. I can't believe it. Jennifer, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.